Everyone and welcome to the Prabid conference of the 10 Civil Works Project. So before we start, may we all stand for the page. We will do the sign of the cross. Heavenly Father, we thank you for everyone gathered here today. May we ask you for your blessing and guidance so that the activities set today be done successfully. We also pray that you will keep us all safe. We ask all this in the glorious name of Jesus' name. Once again, good morning. May I introduce now the members of the BAC headed by our BAC Chairman, Engineer Jerry Dagupan, BAC Vice Chairman, Attorney Clarence Rimando, and members, Engineer Alberto Esquejo, Engineer Arturo Preposi, and Attorney Mary Rose and Nico. For the technical working group, we have Engineer Romel Ibay. For the BAC Secretariat, yours truly, Maria Prisadin Marquez, and Head BAC Secretariat, Engineer Dave Deliso. For the IT support, we have Sir Wayne Christian Francisco. Sir, majority of the BAC members are present. There's some quorums.
All of the BAC members are present, so we have a quorum. So I now call to order the briefing conference for 10 civil works projects. 24A 00613, 2 under 2024, 613, and 625, and all others are 2025. That is 25A 0025, 41, 63, 75, 77, 85, 112, and 198. So, Secretariat, do we have any prospective leaders attending online?
For the observer and prospective leaders, sir, for the observer service at that notice.
Okay, even if we do not have prospective leaders attending online, so we will proceed as required, and please, Secretariat, please proceed with the presentation of the previous conference as this is being undertaken to discuss the contractors for the technical and financial requirements of the contract to be reached, including all the project details of these contracts, 10 civil works projects contracts to be did. So proceed, Secretariat.
Let's start with 24A 00613, 24A 00625, 25A 00025, 25A 00041, 25A 00063, 25A 00075, 25A 00077, 25A 00085, 25A 00112, and 25A 00198. So the purpose of this private conference is to discuss, clarify, and explain the different aspects of the projects of the procuring entity with the respective bidders, and should be held at least 12 calendar days before the deadline for bid submission, but not earlier than 7 calendar days from the advertisement or posting of bid opportunity. From the contract data, let's start with 24A 00613, construction of new super health centers or RHU Anda Super Health Center Pangasinan. Location Anda Pangasinan Funding Source SR 2024-05-015942 with an ABC of 9,950,000 pesos. The scope of works, construction of single-story building, earthworks, excavation, embankment, gravel fill, soil poisoning, concrete works, putting column beams and slab, masonry and plastering works, roofing works, tile works, ceiling works, painting works, masonry works, steel works, fabrication of doors and windows, electrical works, plumbing works, and mechanical works, with a contract duration of 240 calendar days. Next, 24A 00625, construction of academic building with complete amenities phase 2 Tagudin Campus, Ilocos Sur, Polytechnic State College. Location, Tagudin, Ilocos Sur. Funding source, SR 2024-03-013593 with an ABC of 19,900,000 pesos. Scope of works, removal of existing structures, excavation of common soil, footing, tidings, embed columns, embankment of elevated floor, concrete works, footing, columns, slab, beam, wrapping in of electrical works, wrapping in of plumbing works, with a contract duration of 150 calendar days. Next, 25A00025, retrofitting or strengthening of permanent bridges, Bagui-ing Bridge along Manila North Road. Location, Bacnotan, La Union. Funding source, NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 6,948,000 pesos. Scope of works, epoxy injection for cracks on deck slab and girders, patching of damaged concrete at deck slab and girders, carbon fiber sheet bonding to under deck slab, carbon fiber sheet and plate bonding at girders, application of protective coating system to under deck slab and girders with a contract duration of 70 calendar days. Next, 25A00041, construction or rehabilitation of flood mitigation facilities within major river basins and principal rivers. Construction of riverbank protection structure along Sinucalan River, Phase 2, Barangay, Lasip, Chico, Dagupan City, Pangasinan. Funding source, NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 149,575,000 pesos. Scope of works, clearing and grabbing, structure excavation and handling rock embankment, construction of reinforced concrete revetment with pile cap, and installation of steel sheet pile J-type hot road with a contract duration of 309 calendar days. Next, 25A00063, retrofitting or strengthening of permanent bridges, Depalo Bridge 1. Along San Nicolas-Natividad-Sn to Quintin-Umingan-Guimba Road. Location, Natividad, Pangasinan. Funding source, NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 71,796,000 pesos. Scope of works, epoxy injection for cracks on deck slab and girder, patching of damaged concrete, carbon fiber sheet bonding into structures, carbon fiber plate bonding into structures, application of protective coating system, and installation of expansion joint, finger type, with a contract duration of 255 calendar days. Next, 25A00075, retrofitting or strengthening of permanent bridges, Primicias Bridge 3 along San Nicolas to Natividad to San Quintin-Umingan-Guimba Road. Location, Natividad, Pangasinan. Funding source, NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 4,632,000 pesos. Scope of works, epoxy injection for cracks on deck slab, patching of damaged concrete, carbon fiber sheet bonding into structure, application of protective coating system, asphalt overlay, and application of thermoplastic pavement marking, with a contract duration of 75 calendar days. Next, 25A00077, construction or rehabilitation of flood mitigation facilities within major river basins and principal rivers. Construction of flood control structure, Kiawit Diversion Channel, Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Location, Batac City, Ilocos Norte. Funding source, NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 96,500,000 pesos. Scope of works, clearing and grabbing, earthworks for structure excavations, construction of rubble, concrete, construction of reinforced concrete pile cap footing, and installation of structural steel sheet piles foundation, with a contract duration of 226 calendar days. Next, 25A00085, retrofitting or strengthening of permanent bridges, Primicias Bridge 4 along San Nicolas to Natividad to San Quintin-Umingan-Guimba Road. Location San Quintin, Pangasinan. Funding source NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 4,342,500 pesos. Scope of works, epoxy injection for cracks on deck slab, carbon fiber sheet bonding into structures, application of protective coating system, asphalt overlay, and application of thermoplastic pavement marking with a contract duration of 75 calendar days. Next, 25A00112, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Elevating Gaps or CPAG, construction of Barong Bridge, connecting Ilocos Norte to Abra Road to the 5 barangays of Dingras, Ilocos Norte. Location, Dingras, Ilocos Norte. Funding source, NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 28,950,000 pesos. Scope of works, construction of concrete piles, pile cuts and drilled holes. Pile integrity testing for completed board hole piles, high strain dynamic testing for completed board piles, construction of column, and construction of coping, with a contract duration of 180 calendar days. Next, 25A00198, construction of missing links or new roads, Santol, La Union to Kibungan Benguet Road, Santol section, Package 1, La Union. Location, Santol, La Union. Funding source, NEP FY 2025 with an ABC of 110,975,000 pesos. Scope of works, earthworks, installation of RCPC and RCBC cross drain, slope protection works, aggregate sub-base course, PCC pavement, 280 mm thick, curb and gutter cut in place, and bridge construction with a contract duration of 270 calendar days. For a supplemental or bid bulletin issued by BAC to answer requests for clarification queries submitted 10 calendar days before deadline, or interpretation and upon BAC's initiative to clarify or modify any provision of bidding document at least 7 calendar days before deadline for bids. Posted in PhilJets and procuring entities website and at any conspicuous place within the premises of the procuring entity. Section 22.5.3, 2016 IRR of RA 9184. Bidders who have submitted bids before the issuance of supplemental or bid bulletin must be informed in writing and allowed to modify or withdraw their respective bids. For the submission and receipt of bids, for the checklist of technical documents, Class A, legal document, valid PhilJets registration certificate, platinum membership, in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Per DPTV Resolution Number 18-2017, in view of the Class A eligibility documents, which were uploaded and maintained current and updated in PhilJets, bidders are required to submit their PhilJets certificate of registration, platinum membership during bid submission in the case of infrastructure projects pursuant to Section 25.2 BI of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Additional for the checklist of technical documents, Class A, technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. A statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided under the rules, and special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security if in the form of a surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. And for bid validity period, 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. and bid security validity period 120 calendar days for the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. Cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2%, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, 2%, and surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, 5%. Also, project requirements which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors, key personnel, project manager, project engineers, materials engineer, and foreman to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreement, supported by proof of ownership of certification of availability of equipment from the equipment vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. For the laboratory equipment, please refer to DPWH DO11 series of 2017 for the minimum materials testing equipment. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership or cooperative or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus sworn statement and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, the prospective bidders computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. For the computation of NFCC of at least equal to ABC computed using this formula, NFCC is equal to current asset minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of unfinished projects including awarded projects not yet started coinciding with the contract to be bid. For Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence. Or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the joint venture agreement in the instance that the bid is successful. For the checklist of financial documents, original or of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and we have the other documentary requirements under RA 9 number 9184, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, duly accomplished detailed estimate form including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and cash flow by quarter. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in Bid Data Sheet, ITB Clause 17, and Department Order Number 87, Series of 2020. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The box shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices: completeness, no price in required items non-complying, indicating a zero or a dash is free to the GOP, all prices are due to include all taxes, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices and figures versus words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, the actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, the latter prevails. If above ABC, non-complying, for post-qualification, verification of legal requirements, licenses, certificate, permits, non-inclusion in blacklist. For technical requirements, single largest completed contracts similar to the contract. Key personnel minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. For availability and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the bench equipment and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and for feature of its bid security per DO number 58 series of 2012. For performance in ongoing government and private contracts, the negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contract in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contractor and conditions at the time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor, DO 127 series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. Authenticity and correctness of bid security. For financial requirements, audited financial statement, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing and awarded contracts. Updated NFCC versus ABC. Requirements within 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the bank, the bidder has the lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid. The bidder shall submit to the bank the following: registration certificates from SEC, Department of Trade and Industry for sole proprietorship or CDA for cooperatives. Mayor's business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas. Latest income tax and business returns duly stamped and received by BIR and duly validated with the tax payment. Tax clearance per EO 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Valid Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board license. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of this IRR. Notes on the personal and equipment requirements of the project. As per DO number 9, series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid that the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, the bidder shall be post-disqualified. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. The common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidder. First, failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bid. Failure to submit supporting documents, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment vendor for the duration of the project, if equipment pledges to be leased or purchased, negative slippage in the ongoing project, negative 15% or negative 10% in each of 2 or more ongoing projects, unsatisfactory CPAS rating. Common reasons in the submission of bids, incomplete pages of bid documents, technical and financial, authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. Single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. Corporation or cooperative, board secretary's certificate and board resolution. Joint venture resolution or agreement. Partnership as indicated in the Articles of Partnership. Reminder for 24A00613, 625, 25A00025, 4163, 75, 77, 85, 112, and 198. The deadline for submission of clarifications be 10 days before submission of bids. The deadline for submission of bids on November 6, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Number of copies of bid proposal should be 1 original copy of technical and financial bid. The place of submission of bid at second floor, conference room, DPWH, Regional Office 1, City of San Fernando, La Union. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Krisa. So please take note, block members, block PWG, that the next, at the beginning of this 10 civil works projects is on November 6, 2024, Wednesday. So please attend this the procurement activity on the 15th. The Secretariat, before we adjourn, any announcement of the activities for the diba?
None, sir, for today and tomorrow.
So we have no more activities or activities for tomorrow. So for next week, what some activities next week?
On October 29th, sir, and 30, we have the big opening for various civil works. Also,
So 29 and 30. Next week, we have fun activities. So please attend all concerned. So there be no matters on our agenda for today. So the proceedings for the bid conference for 10 civil works project is adjourned. Thank you, back members. Thank you, back DPWH, back Secretariat, to the IT support.